If you didn't grow up with the OG Lion King, you did not have a real childhood. Today I'm reviewing the OG Lion King. Mate, this movie, in my opinion, is one of those top Disney movies, if not the #1 Disney movie ever. Did the Lion King come out in the early 2000s, or did it come out in like 1994 or something like that? If so, wow, I am old. I can't even begin to tell you how bloody perfect this movie is, mate. And not just for a kid's movie, for adults as well, because there are a lot of hidden adult jokes that you understand once you grow up. As a kid, I remember so many wise quotes from this movie. For example,
the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
As a kid, hearing that, you know, oh, that's really cool, you know, that's so true. As an adult, holy bloody hell, mate. I personally would say The Lion King did not need a sequel or a prequel from, you know, The Lion King 3 with Timon and Pumbaa.
Hey, it's the monkey.
What's that he's holding up?
Who cares? It's not important.
As a kid, there's a lot of things you don't know about this movie until you grow up and you start doing a bit of research, watching the movie a few times, and then you start realizing things. Like, for example, how did Scar get his name and get that scar on his face? You don't know as a kid, do you? But then when you do your research, you go, oh, he got attacked by an alligator, or it was like a buffalo. It was one of those stories. I heard it somewhere on Wikipedia. You can't fully comprehend why Simba can't return to Pride Rock, or the fact that he doesn't even want to.
I can't go back.
Why?
You wouldn't understand.
What wouldn't I understand?
We have to get this out of the way. The songs and the music, 10 out of 10. Oh my god. My least two favorite was I Can't Wait to Be King and Hakuna Matata. I know that sounds horrible. I know a lot of people probably don't like to hear that, but my two favorites, The Circle of Life and Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Let's be real, guys. They're both bangers. You know how there's different kind of parents in this world? You know, there's strict parents, soft parents. There's the parents that leave you with a bird when you're a lion and he's I don't even know what he is.
There's one in every family, sir. Two in mine, actually.
Zazu was that kid in class who was always a snitch. Teacher, you forgot to give us homework. He strikes me as one of those type of people. Honest to God, Scar should have eaten him when he had the chance. Mufasa's death scene. Where do I even begin? Scar leading Simba out and getting chased, and he said the fact that Scar set the whole thing up and Simba just played it all perfectly for him. And when I was a kid, I didn't understand. I really didn't. I didn't understand when Simba was saying, it's my fault my dad died. As a kid, when I saw that part of when I first saw that part of the scene, I didn't understand that. I thought he saw Scar throw his father off the thing. But now that I'm watching it, now that I'm older, yeah, he probably just saw him fall. He didn't actually see Scar there or anything like that.
Long live the king.
But even as a kid, I understand that he was grieving really quickly. But the fact that Scar showed up so quickly, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't actually, you know, he didn't question anything. He didn't say, you know, how the hell did you get here? Where'd you come from? And then Scar trying to turn the whole thing back on Simba.
Simba, what have you done?
Mate, even as a kid, you were pissed. Let's be real. If you weren't pissed at Scar for what he did, you've got other problems. And I actually mean this. All these sad scenes in Pixar and Disney movies, I didn't cry at a single one of them. I didn't cry when Bing Bong disappeared. I didn't cry when Ray from The Princess and the Frog died. I didn't cry at any of these sad scenes. I got upset, don't get me wrong. I was sad, but I didn't actually cry. But this Simba scene where, you know, Mufasa dies, that nearly broke me. That's one of the big scenes that nearly broke me, especially at the age that I was when I actually watched it for the first time. Timon and Pumbaa, I didn't really like those two. These two. I didn't. They just strike. They were basically Sid characters to me. And what I mean by that is they were just so irrelevant. You didn't really need them in the story. Like, what did they do? Oh, they rescued Simba and taught him how to, live life with no worries or something like that. I respect their actors that played them. I respect them. But the actual characters were just so bloody annoying. And what did they do? They turned Simba into a vegan. And
I'm so hungry I could eat a whole zebra.
Ah, we're fresh out of zebra.
Any antelope?
Nuh-uh.
Hippo?
Nope.
This wouldn't be a Lion King review without mentioning the baboon, the legend, Rafiki. As a kid, he was wise. As an adult, fucking hell, he was wise. The past can hurt. You can either run from it or learn from it. This baboon was my spirit animal, mate. Now, I know this is a kid's Disney movie, and I don't know how much of this is accurate to a real relationship, but Simba and Nala meet, have some fun, and then get into an argument within the first 2 hours of them seeing each other for the first time after 30, 40 years? Like, is that accurate? Is that how relationships actually work? Now, here's a little spoiler for you. If you haven't seen The Lion King 3, I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, the Can You Feel the Love Tonight scene where they fall down and, lots of things happen in that scene, they're actually happening because of Timon and Pumbaa. They're trying to sabotage it because, as you know in the scene, they're not happy that Simba and Nala are together and they're trying to break them up. And when they jump up and they're playing and then they fall down, this is why. Hyenas making a bunch of lion puns, golden. That is top tier perfection. Where Simba confronts Scar about what happened, and he says, and he comes clean to everyone there, I killed my father. No, you freaking didn't, mate. I was 5 years old and dyslexic, and even I know that was complete BS. What makes The Lion King the Lion King, king of all movies, king of especially kids movies, is that this movie was so sophisticated, but they dumbed it down for kids to understand. That's something a lot of kids movies don't really do. They either make it way too simple or way too overcomplicated, so then the kids are confused. But with this movie, everything moves at a great pace. The songs they just keep coming. The characters are just in and out like that. One scene it's Simba, next it's Timon and Pumbaa, next it's on Nala, next it's on the hyenas, Scar, Mufasa, and it just keeps going back. Oh god. The final battle, the final fight with Scar and Simba. By the way, Scar, you dirty fuck.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Pull some shit like that on me and I'll do some stuff. The climax, in my opinion, this was so, as a kid, it was really interesting to watch because you knew where everything started from. You knew that Scar was Simba's uncle. And by the way, how come when Simba is an adult, how come Scar doesn't look like he's aged to death? Actually, I'm not going to get into that. There's a lot of stimulating things that are going through your head. Uncle and nephew are fighting. You know why they're fighting. And you have a pretty good guess at how the outcome's going to go. But as a kid, I was so thrown off when Scar got thrown down the cliff and then the hyenas come up.
Ah, my friends.
Friends? I thought he said we were the enemy.
They overheard Scar, talking shit about him when thinking they didn't hear him. And then when they are the ones that turn on him, it was satisfying, but at the same time, it was brutal of showing what happened and that that Scar died. But again, when you do some research and actually look into why Scar is the way he is, it makes a lot more sense. I don't know if a lot of these theories or there are some facts out there, I don't know if what is being said is true or not, but hearing Scar's backstory, or at least a little bit of it, about, how he was always left out and Mufasa was always the favorite. And again, putting all this lore together, it makes so much sense. But going back to Scar killing Mufasa, the amount of memes, I've seen some TikToks that are, they're very well done. I'll put it that way. And honestly, here's the thing. You might not remember some of the stuff you do at school. You might not remember, all the math that you learn in a week. You might not be able to do a lot of certain things, you know, and stuff like that. But if I sing the opening to this song, I want you to comment the entire movie, the plot, what happens, all the characters, all the songs. I bet you at 5 years old, you could do that, couldn't you? And that is why The Lion King, in my opinion, is one of, if not Disney's best fucking picture. And again, if it came out earlier than the early 2000s, I'm old. I am old. That's the end of the review, mate. If you like this review, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one, mate. Take care.